Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David. I'm Brother Yahshua, back with the World War III Daily Update. All right, we're going to go right into the chariots. All right, because the chariots are an integral part of World War III. Okay, so the Most High is orchestrating World War III right now. How is he doing that? Joel 3, right here. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. This is God fomenting World War III. All right. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? So that he can, there will I judge them. So he's going to get them all in the same area, and then he's going to smoke them with the angels that are piloting what you call a UFO. That's what World War III is for. Most High is going to destroy the armies of the world. Where? In the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. Right? Most High's name is Yahweh. Shaphat means judgment. In the valley of the Most High's judgment. Okay? Why is he going to do that? Because of what you did to his people. Right? For scattering my people. For harming my people. Right? Who are his people? Here they are. This is the nation of Israel. Okay? What'd you do? You harmed them. All right? Did all manner of wickedness. Okay? This is why. This is the reason for World War III. Period. All right? Period. Whether you agree with it or not. There will I judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, for dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. They cast lots for my people, traded boys for prostitutes. They sold girls for wine to drink. Okay? You see that word slaves? Let's go back. Let's walk in. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Okay? And this has to be done. Okay, look at this. You see this word slaves? To be sold. Slaves. Slave. These are God's people that were being sold. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? You were this, okay, look, and you Tontos, you Native Americans. All right? This is what they did to you. God is mad about this. So, what is he going to do? Now that they've been punished, the children of Israel, now he's going to restore them to their natural place, which is in rulership. All right? So, not to get into that, where this is about the UFOs, all right? So, in World War III, the reason for it. All right? So this is 2 Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Okay? That man is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, whose name is Yahushua. All right? a black man, if you will, so-called black man. And the thousands of heaven are the angels, okay? Right? You got the Most High's angels and you got the blue angels. The blue angels are Satan's angels, okay? And it is what it is all day. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Okay, what does that mean? And when he turned his countenance to look. When he turned his ship. We're gonna watch some of that right now. All right, so this is the war in heaven. Oh, well, UFOs don't exist. Oh, what is the Pentagon? What the hell is this? This is the war in heaven. The war in the sky right here. We're gonna watch this. The Pentagon just declassified 3 UFO videos taken by. See, this is all about World War III. The Most High is going to lure or force, harden the hearts of the kings of the earth and make them fight each other in World War III and get them all in the same place. They're going to take them down using his army.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on it.
There's a whole fleet of them. What is a fleet? Like a fleet of ships going into battle? This is about war, all right? And here, in this guy's sights, right? He's got his radar sight, right? And this is the enemy to him, and vice versa. That's this. You're looking at this. All right? You're looking at this. This is what you're looking at in real time. Where is it? This. All right? It's not just a picture. This is recorded on his plane's recording system. Right? He's got his sights, right? He's in the crosshairs right here of a jet. This is real, right? This isn't something make-believe.
Say, my gosh. We're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Watch
Look at
this.
that thing, dude.
Look at that thing, dude. It's rotating. Look at it rotate. And when he turned his countenance to look, let me get that. And when he turned his countenance, his face, which one does it say then? Maybe this one.
Careers them are.
All right. So this isn't make believe. All right. And those people know, the Pentagon knows exactly what's going on. It's you dummies out here who don't understand. Those are the fallen angels.
To clarify what the videos show, the New York Times reporting that allegedly showing one of the U.S. Navy above a Navy destroyer, 2 cylindrical spheres disappearing into the ocean.
Splashed. Mark bearing and range.
To video allegedly showing one of the U.S. Navy's stealth ships tracking an unidentified object in the sky.
138 knots. Going fast.
Now, ahead of the release of a declassified Pentagon report, the New York Times says these papers do little to clarify what the videos show. The New York Times reporting that intelligence officials are worried the videos show America's adversaries may be racing ahead of the U.S.
Who is America's adversary? If there's something called a New World Order, aren't you all together? You're confederate against the men, the men of the Lord and the angels and the you're the enemies of the Most High. All right. So this is what the war is about. Okay. God, if you will, is gathering the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? There will I judge them for harming my people. All right. How's he going to do that? Right, let's go back. After this, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number. What? I will gather together the armies of the world. After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. Well, who came out of the sea? Well, that would be the one that you ignorantly call Jesus. All right. It's Revelation 19. Come on now. Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies. What were they? Gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Who was on that white horse? Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge. There will I judge them and make war. All right. This is the reason for World War III. Right? So let's see what happens. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming. The original song was published in Old Plantation Hymns in 1899. It ostensibly refers to the second coming of Yahushua, who you ignorantly called Jesus, with the she referring to the chariot that the returning Christ is depicted as driving. Okay? Okay? All right? This is what we're dealing with here. Okay? That's the white horse, if you will. There's your white horse. Right? If you want to ride. Right. So, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, that's called a laser, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, gathered together, prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. So that's what happened to the armies that were prepared to fight. They were taken down out of the way, leaving all those nations vulnerable because they no longer have a military to protect them. What happens after that? The kingdom of heaven is set up, and all those people, right, all those nations will be in subjection to the nation of Israel. The one you call Jesus sits on the throne. King David sits on a throne. The 144,000 are the government, and the children of Israel are in rulership where they should be, where they naturally what they were created to be. All right, so this is Isaiah 14, and this is what it's talking about. After the nations are subdued, we'll come back down. We'll start the kingdom of heaven. This is it. For the Lord will have mercy. This is Isaiah 14:1. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, all Israelites. And the people, the other nations who have been, their armies are gone. Right? Whoever's left that survived the cataclysmic blast of all the nukes, mutually assured destruction. People shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. What does it mean to possess them? Own them. In the land of the Lord for servants, that's male slaves, and handmaids, that's female slaves. And they shall take them captives. You belong to me. Whose captives they were. Well, at one time we belonged to you, right? It's only fair. Karma, if you will. Okay? The shoe is going to be on the other foot in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be our heaven. It's going to be your hell, just like it is right now. This is your heaven. And right here we're in hell. All right? That's just the way it is. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule. Whose they shall rule? Israel. Shall be in rulership of the kingdom of heaven. They shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass that in that day the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Okay? All right, so that's what World War III is about. All right? Shall we take a look at, let's just take a look at some of these channels real quick. And we'll go ahead and close. Let's see. Secret Files. What's up with Secret Files? They've been lagging lately. 1 hour ago, China launches all-out offensive near LAC at India. Okay. Chinese Navy sails its most powerful warship near Alaska, huh? All right. 20 hours. Iran is done. Israel has deployed 2 F-35 fighters. All right, this is all the Most High gathering the troops into the Valley of Jehoshaphat. He'll let them fight each other for a minute. Then they're going to come out of the fourth dimension, setting up that ambush. All right. Get one more before we leave. This is Revelation, the War in Heaven. Try it again. Revelation 12:7, and there was war in heaven. Right? That's the war in heaven right there. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Michael and his angels. The dragon. And the dragon fought and his blue angels and prevailed not. The dragon prevailed not. He got his ass whooped. Right? Dust and smell of smoke. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out. Who is the great dragon? Well, he's that old serpent from the garden, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast. They got shot the hell out of the sky. All right? And that's what this war is about. Restoring the children of Israel to their rightful place on the throne and in rulership. And nobody can stop this process. We're going to watch it go down, and we're going to be cheering. All right? And that's just what it is. All right? So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. With that, we're going to say shalom.